This is a bathing area that I'm working on. I've tiled the floors, and there's going to be an antique clawfoot tub over here as soon as I can get it restored. And this is an old secretary that I'm turning into a vanity. And this room will eventually be off grid. It's just a tiny spot where we'll be able to take a bath and wash up. Our house is small. It was built in 1944. It's basically just a little flop for soldiers returning from World War II, and the existing bathroom is small and just has a shower. So I'm going to make some improvements, but this video is not about that. It's about water. I remember reading years ago on my Facebook feed, some random guy wrote that there are people in the world who think that you're rich because you can turn a little knob in your house and water comes out. And it's really true if you think about it. We're very spoiled as a culture, and it's not enough for us just to have water. We need to have hot water, and hot water is the biggest consumer of energy in your home, and it's there for you 24/7, even if you're in Cancun. If you're running one of those traditional tank water heaters, you're just burning your money, and it doesn't matter where you're at. But hey, you got the luxury of being able to have hot water all the time. But anyway, this is my workaround on that. This is a unit called the EZ202. Now, it's not suggested to be mounted indoors by the manufacturer, but I know enough about this stuff that it doesn't concern me in the least to do it that way. The danger of mounting this indoors is that it does not have makeup air. And makeup air is not a health risk or anything like that. The problem could exist that in the winter, like when I've got my big fire roaring over there, if it sucks all the air out of this room, then frozen air can be drawn in through there and freeze up this unit and break it. And that's a real risk, but I'm familiar with the risks, so I just make sure there's plenty of air in my house to feed my fire, and I don't have that problem. So that said, this is a neat unit. It's got 3 burners, adjustable. It gets its ignition from 2 D-cell batteries, and it's possible to be gravity fed. In other words, if I had a tank mounted up above this thing and the water would gravity feed to this unit, it would fire and warm that water. And I actually do intend to put a tank up high in here so that not only will we have 60 gallons or so of fresh water constantly, but we could also have it hot if we wanted. Anyway, this thing's real easy to run the way I do it. You can see the gas feed. It's just a pipe that goes through the wall. And on the other side of that wall is a barbecue tank. I'll take you out there and show you. Hang on. So here you can see I've very cleverly knocked a hole in my house and ran a pipe, put the proper fittings on it, and it goes to just a typical barbecue tank. And that's where our hot water comes from. And honestly, I can't imagine a more economical way to produce hot water. The vent itself, there was a window here. I've boarded it up from the inside and refinished the walls, but just a single wall vent coming out. And I've been running this for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years now, and it's been great. We also run the EZ101 here in our kitchen, just for the kitchen sink, and we also run our washing machine out this unit. It's a good unit also, but honestly, I wish I'd bought another 202 to put in here. But it's basically the same unit, just smaller. Runs off 2 D-cell batteries for ignition, capable of gravity feed. And I'm planning to put preheat tanks in here. I'm going to hang like a 5-gallon tank above this one, and probably like a 60-gallon over the one in the bathroom. And that'll allow the water to come to room temperature year-round before going to the unit. And that's going to make our propane use almost nothing for hot water. Just so you don't get the idea that I think that propane is the be-all, end-all of off-grid hot water, it was just my way to get off the electric grid with hot water, to get away from my electric water tanks. I had to. Anyway, this is a, I think it's 1980s vintage hot water solar panel. I know it's not going to be as good as the evacuated tubes and all of that, but I intend to get this set up by next spring, and what's going to enable that is going to be the tank that I'm going to mount above that water heater, because by having the tank up high and a solar panel down low, it naturally thermosiphons, just like that hot water or that wood-fired bathtub. The same principle that makes that work will make this work. And I'm also planning to incorporate wood-fired capabilities with that system. So anyway, that's what you got to look forward to on my channel in the coming year, hopefully. And you know, I appreciate you watching. So hang in there and let me know if I can help you with anything. I'm always good for a question if you have any.